yo, we going out of control. Come on, I'm making bounce so hard, baby, I just can't help myself.
Hi guys, welcome back. We actually have another caller. Matt's on the line. Hey Matt. Hey Matt.
Hi. I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous? We're the one on live TV.
Yeah, no one can see you.
Hey, you're good. What's your question, hon?
All right, so I was going to talk about like a little story that I have going on. It's been happening for the past 2 years, a bit drama, like just issues. So I just graduated high school.
Okay.
So in grade 11, I met this girl at school. I go to a smaller school, so you kind of knew everybody. And me and her became really close. Like, and we were kind of like secluded. Like we kind of like tried to stay away from everybody else, but it was a small class. We were all together, and like me and her would talk a lot, and we got really close. Whenever we had fights, it would be on blast. Everyone would talk about us, and like because of that, she was very apprehensive about being in a relationship. She didn't want people talking about us like they already did, but she didn't want to make it further. But I really liked her, so I would always try and push it on her. I wouldn't want to force her to do anything. Like I wouldn't force her to do anything like of an inappropriate nature. But like I would just talk to her and be like, I want us to like take a step forward and like be public about having a relationship together because I really cared about her.
Right.
And so time passed. I was very patient. I'm not a patient person, but I was patient for her. And so like up until recently, the summer, it was the middle of the summer. Me and her had this huge fight at her birthday party. We had a lot of people over, and we just had a huge public fight. It was so bad. It was really bad. And I said some terrible things, and so did she, but like, we didn't really mean it, I think. We didn't talk for 2 months after, at all. And we were like talking every day. So when this happened, it was like crazy. I felt like, I felt empty, I felt lonely. I didn't talk to anybody at all. It was like really bad. And then like recently, we started talking again, becoming closer. Like the thing is, like I spoke to her one time, and it felt like everything was the way it was before. Like nothing had changed, nothing had happened, and I felt like I had gotten over her as independent again, and like that was just gone. And like I just don't know, like at this point, whether to let go because she still doesn't want a relationship. She's still like adamant about like not doing anything for a while, like keeping like very separate, independent. Like I don't know if I should let go or if I should keep fighting her.
Yeah.
Should you let go or keep fighting for her?
I think I would. I think I would move on. I mean, that's a tough one.
Have you shared how you feel about her?
To her?
Yes.
Oh, all the time. All the time.
And what does she say back to you?
The same thing. But she just says it like, I'm not ready now. It can't happen now. Like, just, like, later on. And she like, it's kind of weird. Like, she's like, I give you a hall pass. If you want to date other girls, I'm still here waiting for you. But, like, in the future, I want you to come back to me. Like, I feel like chained. I feel like imprisoned by her, but I feel like I wouldn't want to be without her.
Oh, that is such a tough...
I know.
It's a tough spot to be in, and that's what we're
sound like
talking
the
about.
games.
Like helping you through that, because really there's no right or wrong answer here, right? Because, you know, the answer is not necessarily don't talk to her anymore.
Yeah.
You know, or the answer is not, you know, stick it out for the rest of your life either, right?
Right, because what if later doesn't come?
Exactly.
And now you've been like
That's
waiting
my
and
fear.
waiting and
That's
waiting
what I
and
always
waiting,
think.
and then that doesn't...
She's kind of been using him as her crutch too. Like,
Yeah.
you wait for me, or you know, and
Yeah.
then I'll
They use
figure out
each
what's going
other.
on for me first, and then we'll get back together. But you
Yeah.
could have found the right person through that time.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
not fair
and
to you.
And the two sides of that is exactly that. Either she's putting her disclaimer out there that I think you're a really great guy, but I'm just not that into you, so go ahead and find someone else. Or maybe she thinks you're too into her and she wants to pull back a little bit. But I feel like either way, she's being honest in her own way to share that this isn't the time for you. And you never know. Once you actually maybe fall in love with someone else, she'll see how much she actually really wanted you. So it could change the dynamics of things. Maybe you just are too available for her.
Yeah,
And when you
power
start,
reigns back, like you were saying.
exactly, the power of the
power
takeaway.
of the takeaway.
Once you
Yes.
now you fell in love with someone else and you're like, bye, boo. boo, thanks for the hall pass.
Yeah.
She might start feeling differently about you, and you might start feeling differently about her too. So I would probably put yourself out there and see if there is somebody that does want to be with you currently, right now at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
You will
really
find
like.
that. Yeah.
And, like, I've been using the hall pass, and like I've talked to lots of other girls and like gone on dates or whatever. But it's so bad because I feel like I'm so attached to her. I feel like someone isn't like her. I feel like they're not good.
She's
And then I'll, like-
confusing you. Yeah.
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 Sometimes when
Mixed
we're still
signals.
holding on to our past, it's very hard for us to move forward. You do have to let that go. And you can tell her, you know what, I think the world of you, but I'm maybe feeling differently than you feel towards me, and it's too hard for me to
Be
do
your
this.
friend.
Yeah.
And I have to
feel
take care of
tangled.
myself too. You know,
Yeah.
your happiness is important, and she's not going to like you if you're not happy either. So you have to take care of yourself and do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, hon, and if
Thank
you
you
do
so much.
need any more support, do feel free to reach out to the Love listeners.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Bye, hon.
Bye, Matt. Yeah, that's a tricky one because there's no real right or wrong answer per se.
I
Right?
agree.
You have to
And also, too, there's like no age group to that. People do that all the time.
Yeah.
I just talked to a client this week, and she shared with me that, and it's funny because like the last few calls that we're having are about like people are putting their disclaimer out there about how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But you don't want to pick it up because
Yeah.
you don't want to believe whatever it is that that person is sharing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm going to give you a hall pass or whatever the case is.
Yeah. It's that miscommunication, and it's also not just saying your truth.
Yeah,
You're not-
because it's
you're not-
hard.
yeah, you're not
right? When
speaking your
somebody
truth.
says that they really like you, it's hard for the other person that's not feeling the same way to be like, sorry, I don't
Yeah.
feel that way about you.
Yeah.
It's hard. So then they start saying, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship right now, which is, I had spoken with a client, and I mean, she's so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And she had met somebody, and they've been seeing each other for the last month. They see each other. They see each other once a week, and they text back and forth during the week. And they got to their 1 month mark, and he had shared, she was like, okay, like, what are we doing here? Like, where are we going from here? And he shared, I think you're really nice, and I don't want to hurt you, but I'm just not ready for a relationship right now because I'm really focusing on my work and like hanging
Yeah.
out with my friends and whatever. And so I had asked her, okay, well, what was your response to that? What did you share? And she said, well, I hope that I could change your mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like everybody thinks that. When that person is putting out that disclaimer, it means that you could never draw that card on them ever again. Meaning like, oh, the relationship's not going where I wanted it to go, and I'm looking for something more serious, and you're just playing games. And then that person can say to you, oh, but remember when you asked what
told
was
you.
going on? I told
Exactly.
you. I'm not ready for a relationship. So you have to be very careful when people share who they are, believe them.
Exactly.
We would love to change everybody's mind about how they feel towards us. And you know what? Naturally over time, that's going to happen anyways where they are. But if they're already sharing that they're not ready for this, then you have to
can't
make your
force it.
you have to make your decision based on that. Am I going to be cool with the fact that they're not into me as much as I'm into them? Because then we talked about this last week too about being able to be on the same page. If I'm on page 8 and you're on page 6, you're constantly going to be trying to keep up with me.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to feel like it's unfair because I'm always trying harder than you. But that may be because I like you more than you like me. So that's
Exactly.
kind of your like parameters to be like, okay, where am I going to set this? Because you need to believe people when they share with you who they really are.
Because they know them better than you do,
Yeah.
right? So you believe him.
Yeah,
You believe
because
her.
typically, right, when she asked him, hey, like, what are we doing here? His response should have been like, hey, I really like you, and it's a bit soon because it's only been a month, but I'm looking forward to get to know you. Because then your door's all the way open. So now
Exactly.
we can let it build. But when you say what's going on and that person's already like shutting the door on that, you have to be very careful of where
Yeah.
that would lead.
You have to read the signs properly.
Right, and that's
Right?
what we're here for,
Yeah.
right? To kind of give you the clarity to be like, okay, let me be able to evaluate this in a real way so that I am making the best decisions because you could see both sides of what something is. Because when you're in something, it's really hard to like
see the forest through the trees.
yeah, you know, which we're always talking about, and feeling confused and feeling lost, and meeting that person that does make you feel like, hey, I'm home now. I feel comfortable. I can be my real me. And so I think that that's important for everybody to know that that's what we are here for. So please do reach out to us. You can contact us toll free.
Our telephone number is 1-844-471-LOVE.
Right, which is 5683. So please reach out to us. I love that the guys are also calling because, as I shared, I feel like they do lack a support system other than our ladies. So please, you know, definitely feel free to reach out to us anytime. I was sharing earlier that we are offering a promotion till the 31st, that your half an hour call will be extended to 1 hour. We will give you a free half an hour call on top of the half an hour that you purchase, because we really want to reach out to as many people as we can, and we do want you to know that this is out here for you. I feel like there's no other area that, you know, if you went to the gym and you were lost, you would get yourself a personal trainer so you could get there as fast as you could. This is your love personal trainer that we can help you get to where you want to go, meet you at your level, and then rise you up so that you could be your best you.
Sooner than later. Ideally, right? Ideally.
Yeah. I think that is the toughest thing, to be going through something and feel so lost.
Yes.
Because typically when you're going through stuff, no one else you know is going through it. And even if they did, your story is still different than one another, and they can't support you either because they're going through their own hell.
Exactly.
So we do want you to know that we are here for you to support you along your journey in a real way. Like we're not going to give it to you in a doctor form. We're going to give it to you like a girlfriend, that you feel comfortable sharing what you're going through. Past that mark of what we're talking about, that you feel comfortable sharing with your friends, of like after shame and confusion and disappointment and judgment. That's where we step into that.
Yeah. This is why we even wanted to have this show, for people to understand what it is we do, so you can understand why it's necessary, you know, to have a love listener.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to know.
Join us back. We're just going to commercial break. We'll see you when we return.